What's up, Goon Squad? Today we're going to be working on this Jeep Rubicon. And what we have here is a poison spider hood louver. So that's supposed to help with a lot of the heat reduction, I guess. It's going to keep the engine cooler on and off-road. So this is going to be awesome. So let's crack it open and see what it looks like. What color did you get, the silver one or the black one?
Powder-coated black one.
There should be a template in there, I guess, where you drill your holes. Nice, very nice.
So this kit came with a template. Pretty simple. We might have to cut it out before we lay it on here, right on this dark line, which it says to do. And what I'm thinking about doing, instead of cutting these whole entire little rectangles out, I think I'm just gonna use a hole saw. Just do a few holes where I actually need most of the ventilation. Like, I'm trying to prevent damaging anything in the engine bay, like the serpentine belt or anything from the rain and whatnot. And I don't really want to cut a lot of holes where the manifold is and intake and everything, so I'm gonna stay away from that. In the past, I've did one of these before, and rain really does affect stuff inside the engine bay.
Yep.
Some stuff will rust, and some stuff will start making noises, so we had problems with that before. And I want to stay away from that and minimize the amount of water going in there if it does rain. So I'm only going to do spots that I really think are necessary for ventilation, and I think that's going to be the best thing for this Jeep.
And cutting with the grinder is just it's possibly going to damage your paint.
Shoot sparks everywhere.
So if you do this, I mean, it'll still work. Like, the vent will work. It'll cool your engine a lot better. It's just you're not going to cut out all this.
Yeah, anything with holes on top of here with that fan and you're on the trail, as long as it's sucking something out, or blowing something out of here.
So we're just going to pinpoint areas where rainwater's not going to drip on anything important, like anything that's going to make noises. So
yeah, let's try to get this down, cut this out, set this template down. I think we should cut these center things out real quick.
Yeah, I would actually cut these out with a razor blade. Yeah, let's do that right quick.
Grab it.
Spread it out. How it's gonna go. I guess you could pop these out, right?
Yeah, we need to take all that stuff off.
These will pop into the actual louver. Yeah, so you are gonna have to even remove the windshield washer nozzle there.
Maybe.
Yeah, I guess you could just leave that to center it up.
But you do have to unscrew this.
I guess locate where we want to drill the holes.
Definitely on this side right here.
But avoid that generator, right?
Yeah, maybe, maybe not. I mean, it is waterproof, but we'll probably just go ahead and just drill this whole side.
Just do 3 holes?
Yeah, 3 or 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. And then how much on this side? I'd avoid this pulley. That's one thing you do want to really avoid, is that pulley or that belt. That's all you got to worry about, honestly. Everything else right here can get wet.
Vacuum lines, it'll just start cracking and whatnot.
Just avoid this, the pulley. That's all I would recommend.
Yeah.
I'd probably grab some tape and tape it down to the hood. We haven't even buffed this Jeep, have we?
No, I haven't buffed it.
I just noticed it is a little bit rough. You've probably seen the video, but this is completely unbuffed. This is just, and it's dirty a little bit. So it could use a polish and a buff, but it's a Jeep, so it doesn't even matter. It's gonna look good with this louver. It's gonna get rid. There was a little bit of a roughness right there on the center, so that louver is gonna actually take care of all that. Get it as centered as possible, and then we're gonna just tape it down. Make sure it's perfectly in position where it won't move. And then we're gonna drill this turd out right here. That little bird turd. Drop that straight down. Now we're actually gonna avoid that turd right there, and we're gonna drill back here, like probably 1, 2, 3 holes here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 holes there. Would be nice to just go ahead and cut all this out if you're a straight off-roader, but since this is like a daily / weekend warrior, you know, you gotta kind of compensate and make sure you keep it up to date on the wear and tear that it receives.
Is it good?
Let me see here.
You see how this? There's a little hump right here.
Yeah, little. Yeah.
Don't want it to lay on that.
Just
hump.
make sure it's flat right before it.
No, I need more on this side.
Got a few other mods on the way. You guys are just gonna have to stay tuned for that. It's gonna be something great. Got something that's gonna go under there. Got something that's gonna go in there.
The Jeep guys, we got your
Yeah,
back.
the Jeep guys that are out there that want to see more Jeep, we got Jeep in our blood, so we're always gonna build this Jeep, and the Jeep build never really ends, to be honest with you. You either get rid of it or you keep on building it.
Keep on building. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
What if you just did a bunch of little holes?
I'm gonna cut 2 holes.
All right, here he goes.
Oh man, new hood. Clean little incision. Do another one right here. I'll go reverse a little bit, and then I go forward. I just don't want to jump in there because I might hit something.
Don't want to jump in there for sure.
It's perfect. You see that?
Yeah,
it
it's
goes
just
right over here where the radiator is, and then I'm just gonna keep going on the side right here.
Pretty clean though. I like that.
I like that little hole concept. You know?
It does.
It looks
Like almost.
it would look even good without the hood, however. You know, if you're just a straight up hardcore off-roader,
just drill
some holes like this. They look good. I can drill right here, really close to right here. It's gonna,
over the radiator, pretty much,
like right here
on the shroud. And what? Not do any right there?
Probably not. I know Jeeps are waterproof. I know a lot of people say that. But if you have rain for a constant month straight,
the acid rain, man.
And it's not good for the engine. A lot of people say it don't matter, but it really does. In about a year, if you had that all cut out, you're gonna start having to change little plugs and whatnot. So I want to stay away from that.
We're mainly doing this for appearance, and already we kind of modified it for the
ventilation. Because, yes, right here on this side, there's really nothing over here on the Jeep, and I'm doing these 2 main holes right by this fan, so it's gonna be blown that way, and them 2 holes in the back, whenever it blows this way, it's gonna have somewhere to blow out that way. I mean, it's gonna blow out all these holes.
Yeah, that's
so.
plenty.
You guys know TJs, that's like the main thing, is vacuum line problems all the time.
You get that check engine light,
Yeah.
and then it'll start turning into a Christmas tree.
Oh yeah. Perfect, dude. Right above the fan.
I just want to get these shavings off of here.
Yeah.
The air blower or something.
Air blower for sure.
Sir, can you sand that right there? I think you might need to call the exterminator for that. Don't ever park under a power line right there.
You still can see some bare metal from this side. I'm just gonna tape off some squares around this and paint it from the inside so it don't rust in here either.
Through this box on this side now to prevent overspray going that way. Now he's gonna spray it. Wax and grease, remove it always before you paint. So we got 2 coats on it. Now we're gonna take all this masking stuff off. Should look nice and slick. Looks pretty clean. It's gonna prevent rust. Now we got these 2 down here. We're gonna take care of right quick. You wanna leave this here so when we drill, all the shavings fall on top of this. Slap it on. We slap everything on pretty much. Just slap it on. Now which way you wanna do it? Upside down or right side up?
Right side down.
Yep. These original little rubber stoppers in, and then we're going to use a little bit of tape up front, so we're not going to be needing as much tape as we thought. And then we're going to start drilling.
That's a strong bit.
I told you, don't pop in through anything down there.
But I didn't know it was that strong.
Don't ever not trust what I give you. I guys, so we got all the bolts slipped through the holes that we drilled. Now we just gotta secure the nuts from the bottom here. Now for these nuts. We got all the nuts and bolts tightened down. It's real clean under here. This looks great. Now what this valve is supposed to do, it says here, is promote airflow for cooler underhood temps. I will say that the Poison Spider hardware does suck. It's probably Chinese. The valve looks great. What do you think about the hardware though?
Hardware kind of sucks. We bent a few bolts really easily.
Yeah, they bend and they break real easy. And that's about it. Other than that, it's great. Great product. Yeah. It looks great. It performs. The performance. This is one of the best, I guess, hood vents out there for the TJ. Now for some decals.
Oh, the big one on right here.
Yeah, that look good. Pretty much using the decals that we run. So
yeah, we don't need nothing that's not on this Jeep.
So only thing that we're not running is Rugged Ridge, pretty much.
No, I'm running Rugged Ridge.
What do you got, Rugged Ridge? Oh, you got handles, handle grips.
In.
Awesome. So it's not all fugazi. It's the real deal. You know what I mean? We got Terraflex diff covers, Fox shocks, Core 4x4 control arms. We got Goon Squad. Obviously, we got Terraflex, AOP, off-road, Smitty built fenders, 10 factory axle shafts. We like to represent. All right. So now that that's all done, we're gonna move on to here. We got a little something for these blinkers. Something.
Extra blinkers for the fenders right here. So let's install these. They're super simple. That's it. It's your turn signal bulb light.
They're gonna do the job. They're not the brightest things in the world, but as long as we got some blinkers, we're done with that. They work great. We soldered them real nice. That'll be it for the blinkers. On to the next thing. What's next?
Next, we're gonna install the spare tire license plate bracket that goes right there in the spare tire, because this is in the way for the original license plate bracket. So let's put that on right now and see how it looks. So I'm not really too worried about turning this light on. I never had any problems with the light on the tag, so I'm not gonna worry about that for right now. So that's it. Simple, easy to install that.
So we got the license plate bracket on there. It's looking good. Just kind of eliminates this. So now my brother actually picked up, what is this?
Bar tack fire extinguisher holder for your bar. And they do recommend this when you're on some of the trails that we ride. And this brand, Bartag, is really strong and durable. Super simple. 3 straps around the bar, 3 straps around the fire extinguisher. It's not too big, it's perfect size. Take this off, and you want to take this little plastic thing off too. This is like if you want to hang it on the wall.
That's it.
And now you can take trails without people questioning you and you can help somebody.
All right guys, that's gonna be a wrap for this Jeep video. What we did was just cleaned it up real nice with the foam cannon and the foam. Now we're gonna use some of this turtle wax and dry. Always comes in handy. Nice and waxed. This thing is just sparkling. Look at that. It's mint. It's just mint condition right there. That's a wrap for today's video. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at goonzquad. You get the inside scoop before YouTube. Got some dope pictures going up there. So guys, be sure to check us out.
If you guys would like to see more mods, comment below what you would like to see next on this Jeep.
Also guys, be sure to check out goonzquad.com if you want to cop some merch. We're gonna have some new merch going up there soon, so be on the lookout for that.
If you guys would like to support us, go check the links down below. We got a Patreon and a GoFundMe to help our future shop build.
So guys, be sure to stay tuned. We already got a few mods ordered, so be sure to turn on your post notifications and see what happens next. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
Peace.